Boruto episode 230. Happy Sunday. The holidays caught me slipping, but it is me. I am here. We are here. Born Zero, aka the Homo Hokage, aka Clean 15. And today what we witnessed was Kawaki's baptism into the Shinobi Way. And I want to begin with my first point because we've witnessed Kawaki's time with Team 7, Team 10, essentially any Leaf Village Shinobi. And what we got from that side in his time there was the emphasis of bonds and the sharing of emotions. We share victories together. We share our pain. We share our sorrows. And with this villain, one-on-one with Kawaki, we get his whole polar opposite philosophy on what it is to be a shinobi for him. And before I even get to that, this also ties into our very last quote from Naruto saying, hey, Kawaki asks him, what is it to be a shinobi? Naruto tells him that's something you have to find out on your own. You have to find your ninja way, essentially. But what we got from our villain's philosophy was, as a shinobi, I stick to what I'm told to do. I have no time for emotions. So it's like, we're seeing that the Shinobi Way isn't just this broad thing. It's essentially a title. And from then on, we have different villages imposing their will for their objectives, for their motives. And not only that, Kawaki, like, I was hyped to see within like the first 5 seconds, we learned that the villain is on some Anbu level shit. Because going into this, yes, Kawaki is OP. Yes, he has, essentially, he's one of the strongest characters of the new gen, if not behind Boruto. It's like neck and neck. Discounting any fucking Momoshiki, Ishiki, all that. But my thing with Kawaki going out on his own was, will he be outmaneuvered by the shinobi and their tactics being just a character who's just powerful, you know? Like, can he be outsmarted? Will he be outmatched in that sense? So just figuring out that this nigga was an Anbu, I'm like, all right, bruh, so when is Team 7 gonna pull up and save this nigga? And they were setting that up. One thing I did like, they did leave it kind of mysterious to where in the Hokage's office, they pretty much found out the whole scoop about this shit being kind of spooky. This is not no ordinary transportation mission. This is some other shit. Team 7 is mentioned, and Naruto essentially says, yeah, they're out of the village. So I didn't know if they were going to set it up to have Kawaki be more stranded in this mission, or will they just set it up to Team 7, ayo, go check out what the fuck is popping off with Kawaki and his team, go help them out. And that's what we got. So I'm not even upset about that, because Kawaki still had the moment to shine. And godly, bruh, what was lost was some crazy shit, because I'm not gonna lie, when I seen him pretty much defeat his opponent, shout out to the fucking fire style jutsu. I don't know what it is, but when Kawaki does that shit, it gets me fucking hype. I seen him doing the hand signs and shit, blowed out that fucking flame. Whenever he does that, I get hype. And I just wish we learned who taught him that. Like, where the fuck did you learn that, bro? Was it Sarada? It wasn't Konohamaru. I am not giving it up to Konohamaru. Fuck all that shit. He does have an impressive fire style jutsu, but I ain't even giving him credit for that. But when he initially defeats the opponent, I'm kind of like, come on, bro. Like, he did kind of have to work his way around it. We seen him break down the jutsu. It wasn't really a genjutsu. It was more of a environmental jutsu, which I don't even, nigga, that shit was heat. But I was like, dog, see, this is what I mean. Because if Kawaki got hit with a genjutsu, he's like, yo, what the fuck is that? What, nigga, genjutsu? What? So shit like that. That's what I mean. Like, him being outmaneuvered. But essentially, he does break that shit down. He's like, yo, these motions are unnatural. His shadow clones shouldn't be able to throw projectiles. Plus, they're not even moving. Shit is just happening. So he's essentially puppeteering this whole thing from outside. We see him break that shit down. Falls for like a little play of a possum. Like, the nigga's playing dead and shit. Pulls up, and then the boy gets clapped. Now, that shit fucked me up. I'm like, damn, nigga. Because it's like, where does Kawaki's psyche go from there? And if you ask me, like, if I'm a part of Team 10 and I witness or I pull up to the scene and Kawaki essentially got a boy clapped, I'm not bringing that shit up, dog. Like, I'm acting like that shit never happened. Because it's like, fuck, he's already coming from a place of just straight turmoil being Kawaki, and then pretty much you're the reason why a boy gets clapped. I'm acting like that shit didn't happen. Like, hey, bro, we got the mission done. Let's just get over, let's go play these cards. Fuck all the bullshit. But I'm like, fuck, because we get that moment where the whole team, and it was the Goon Squad, it was fucking Boruto, it was Shikadai, and it was Kawaki, walking home post mission, right? The mission ends up being a success in terms of getting the mission towards that nation. But we have Rain, and the Rain is actually hiding Kawaki's tears. We see his responsibility for the child's death. He finally says it like, bro, if I just listened to you, Shikamaru, and that's Shikadai, this probably wouldn't have happened. And that's kind of like an apology, the closest thing as an apology we're going to get from Kawaki. But we also see he views himself as failing and not being cut out to be a shinobi, which is something where we learned, like, also, if we account for the dialogue he had with the boy being in the last episode saying, you know what, I guess I want to be a shinobi because I want to be like my mentor. I want to be like Naruto. He inspires me. But this is when the rest of the team realizes, like, oh, he actually does care about being a shinobi. He says, I'm not cut out to be a shinobi. I failed. Pretty much protecting his goals. Kawaki, protecting his goals. I'm not going to let you see me fail. I'm not going to let you know that I care about this task and becoming a shinobi. That, to me, was beautiful. And then we got Shikadai. Shikadai is my fucking MVP, bruh, because we get him waiting outside the hospital. Let me, I got to swallow a little pause. And essentially he tells Kawaki, like, bro, you're not in this shit alone, dog. Like, and this is what I mean. Like, we share each other's victories. We share each other's losses, sorrow, pain, all that. So I don't know if that aided Kawaki into, wanting to try again. But we do get something interesting in the dialogue with Naruto where he says, look, I don't care how many years, I underline this, I don't care how many years it takes, I want to try again to become a shinobi. And this gets you to think, like, Kawaki is thinking of the long term. This is no more of a person who was like, you know what, I don't have a place, I don't have a home. I do not understand what that boy's pride in his nation was like. He would die for his nation. I don't understand that. But we do see at the end of the episode, he's now beginning to see himself long term in the Leaf Village, long term in the mission of becoming a shinobi, and not just a shinobi who is like Naruto, who will not let anyone die. He does not want to see that shit happen again. He is now, unfortunately, moved by this sad shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, maybe this is something that he needed in order to move forward. In the words of Shikadai, he has to move forward from this. But damn, bruh, to see a little boy get clapped, this nigga got it rough, bruh. Kawaki's story, and we're essentially watching his whole story. This is the backstory to that future event of Kawaki. Who knows if he's even a villain at that point? Who knows what the fuck is popping off? But it just, golly. And then it's like, if he is a villain, this is also what I'm thinking about. If Kawaki is essentially a villain when we see that time skip, it's like, if you think about his mentors, his senseis, we have fucking Ashiki / Jigen. We also have now Naruto, who's been training him on the low, but now he's going to be going on missions with Naruto as a Genin. It's like, is he getting better training than Boruto is? Boruto, being trained by fucking Konohamaru and, Sasuke, the big dog Sasuke. But it's like, if you just take it sensei by sensei, Kawaki is in the fucking league. He's going to be a tough opponent. That fight's going to be fucking sick. I'm already, that's going to be the best fight of the Naruto universe. I'm already sensing that. And this was a solid ass episode. I give this shit a solid ass 10, bruh. The emotions were there. The action was there. Kawaki's fucking fire style was there. And I like how they kind of let the other characters, like, this was Kawaki's episode. This was Shikadai and Kawaki's episode, because we do get some features from Boruto. Sarada was there, and Mitsuki Team 7. But they didn't steal the show like they usually do. Like, it's all, okay, here comes Team 7. Let's get these niggas clapped up. they still let the stars or the side characters. Well, Kawaki ain't a side character, but they still let Shikadai get his shine on as a fucking chunin. But that's all I got. That's all I got, dog. Take care. Happy holidays. I'll see your niggas next year because we got the next week off and shit. And I'm excited to see. I think we're starting to get. Well, we are getting Tsubaki and her team's mission. I'm pretty excited to see that. I hope they give them niggas. I hope she give niggas that work, and I want to see her use fucking ninjutsu. But I don't know. I don't know if we're getting closer to actual canon or not. But I'm shit. At this point, I ain't even tripping, bro. Like, fuck it. Give me some more extra anime-only content. And when the canon comes, the canon comes. I have a feeling, like, by the time we get to the time skip in the manga, that's when we're going to start getting the novelizations animated. Because they did release the information that, like, 2 of the novels are going to be turned into manga. So I think we're going to get those in the anime before we get to, or simultaneously as we get into the time skip, as far as the chapter. I don't even know when honestly, I couldn't even tell you when the fucking time skip's gonna happen in the manga. But that's all I got for y'all. Peace, take care. 2:30 with some fucking gas. Shout out to fucking Shikadai. Shout out to Kawaki. Kawaki, golly. Kawaki. Now, alright. We're seeing some sad shit come from Kawaki's end. Imagine the shit Boruto's gonna have to go through. I'm looking forward to Boruto's sadness. But that's all I got for y'all. Peace, take care.